Hey Cancer, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for December 4th, 2024. This is for Cancer, last shuffle for Cancer. So Cancer, what we have here is hidden motivations. Oh gosh, and we have taken steps. Some of you are not really confident in the steps you're taking. So you may be kind of like not really telling people what you're doing or not really reaching out or telling them why you're doing what you're doing. They may be like, why are you doing that? And you're like, no reason, nothing. Or you might be waiting before you make a decision. It looks like you're hesitating before you make a decision. A lot of the decision, it's like the choice that you need to make has a lot to do with leaving the baggage behind. Like some of you may be really worried about, I won't say worried. Okay, I'm not really saying worried. It looks more like it looks more like a lot of you may be saying the decision would have a lot to do with letting go of baggage and not really allowing past behavior to dictate what you expect in the future. And that's difficult to do, to move on from something. It just seems like you expect some bull. You expect to have to leave exit stage left, because you already could feel like some bull is coming through. Could be in the form of gossip, just like mental abuse, just like, just sneaky behavior. You're already like waiting for it, ready for it, like I'm out of here. So Three of Wands, the Lovers, Five of Wands, and Judgment. It's not about moving forward. That's the issue. It's how are you going to move forward? Do I move forward and just continue doing what I was doing? Or do I base it off of what I've been dealing with? Base my next steps off of what I've been dealing with? Or do I move forward and just say, forget it, leave the past in the past? Taking steps with Six of Swords and Six of Pentacles. So taking steps here is definitely talking about, do I treat them how they treated me? Or do I treat them how I would normally treat a person? Ooh, I swear angels are watching over you, because the angels of the four directions with the Five of Swords and the Lovers is like telling you that it's hard, but you've got to make the most harmonious choice. And it's important to forgive those, even if you don't feel they deserve it. Um, you got to make peace with whatever the heck happened and release whatever it was, because they're saying release all that has happened, because you're not um, acting, maybe returning fire with fire, or treating others as they treated you is not going to do anything. It's not going to help you in the future. It's not something like it's almost like, how people say it could be worse, you could be them, and spirit's really throwing that out there to you, that you're rich in spirit and you don't want to stoop down to anyone else's level at all. So they're trying to influence you to make the right choice, um, not to pay them back. Oh, you've been talking junk, I'm gonna talk junk too. Okay. Oh, you thought you were being funny, I could be funny too. you You know what I mean? You want to put the hands up. I don't think you want that. Kind of vibe. I don't think you want any of that stuff with me. Oh, you want to throw me under the bus? Don't make me throw you out the plane. Like, don't play. Spirit's like, nah, do the right thing, because you do, things could be worse. You really could be these people. Um, you're so rich in spirit here that spirit's saying, although you do expect to have to deal with some foolishness, you don't. You don't have to. Just don't let it change you. A famous Cancer said that too. I think I said this quote yesterday or the day before. I can't remember. Mike Tyson? That interview hit me so deep, because I'm like, this dude is like, everybody thinks he's, yeah, there's always a stigma. I never really watched anything about him before, except for you hear foolishness on the news about everyone. Really, you always hear negativity. You never hear any of the good stuff people go through. Really, um, but he said, so this one guy, I'm paraphrasing, says that the interviewer, he says, um, but am I wrong for protecting myself? I mean, now that you've done all these things to me, now I'm protecting myself. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, and he's basically like, now I don't let them in as easily, or da 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 da. And Mike was like, no, that means that they win, you lose. And he was like, how? Because I'm protecting myself, I win in the end. He's like, no, because they changed you. Now you're different. Now you're acting differently. Now you're treating everybody else almost the same way that they treat other people, and you were different before that. So it, they win. Anyhow, it was very impactful the way he said it. So I'm just gonna allow you to look that up if you want to. But that's where spirit's coming from with this. They're saying don't turn into them, don't pay anyone back, and it's very difficult not to, because you can expect that they're coming in with some foolishness a little bit. You can expect a confrontation or some kind of conflict with people. This might be argumentative type of people. Those types that always have a problem. They're always complaining about something. We have all worked with people like that or dealt with people like that in general. Deserving with Three of Swords and Hierophant would tell me you've got to remember that you deserve to win no matter what. You deserve to come out on top no matter what happens. You know, so you got to be at peace with your past here. Be at peace with the past, with whoever these people are or whatever the situation is. Let it go. And I don't mean it to be insensitive, but that's the theme of the day. It just seems like it's like, let it go. Um, to manifest your every wish, right? And by manifesting this is by making a decision to say, I'm just gonna we're just gonna move forward. We're just gonna move forward, start fresh. Because right now I'm trying to reach something. I'm trying to reach a goal. I'm trying to accomplish something here. You don't have time for the foolishness. You don't. You don't. And that, just by that alone, this intention that you're setting of saying, listen, I just want to move forward, but I'm expecting some drama, but I'm still going to choose to move forward anyway. Breeze by that and move on with my day, taking steps to do what I can to make things better because I need peace, not because of anybody else, not because of anything. Because if you base your decisions off other people, I mean, they wouldn't like it. I don't think anybody understands the most violent signs historically, Kabbalistic astrology, right? Is Gemini and Cancer. They're the most violent out of all. And it's mostly Gemini will ruin your reputation. I mean, ruin, catapult your reputation into the ground. And Cancer will whip you emotionally. And I mean, it's they say I saw it described once as being slapped with a thousand strings of spaghetti, hot spaghetti, consistently. That's their and I'm like, everybody thinks it's like, oh no, I'm gonna hit them and I'm gonna do this and that, and it's like, actually, have you ever been touched? Have you ever got grits on you when it's hot? I don't think so. I'm more afraid of that because you know. But anyhow. Uh, I love cancers. It's my mom's a cancer. It seems like everyone I ever worked with. Oh my gosh, on one crew, it was all cancers. It was just all of us together, and it was what the best job I ever had, to be honest with you. Um, but don't mess with them though. I've seen it go south, and I'm like, wow, yeah. I'm so glad I'm their friend. I'm so glad they love me, because no. But anyhow, you could be dealing with a Gemini or a Taurus. So you could be a Gemini Cancer cusp or dealing with a Taurus Gemini cusp if you're not dealing with those signs, but you don't have to be. Those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.